Good day to all my fellow YouTubers. Psycho Sandman Gaming here, bringing you a brand new video. In today's video, basically what I'm going to do is, well, let me start by saying this. A couple weeks ago, I made a video of Doom running on the new Titan X Pascal, and I went through all my settings and everything, but my FPS counter was not in the video. It did not show up for some reason. It was not working, and that was the FPS counter in NVIDIA GeForce. So since then, I've actually fixed the problem, and then if the problem persists, I do have a backup. As you can see on my desktop, I do have fraps, and so what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to run through these 5 games you see at the middle of my desktop: Far Cry, Grand Theft Auto, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Doom, and Witcher 3. I'm going to run through all of these, play a little bit of them, like 5 or 6 minutes of it. I'm going to show you guys my video settings and my benchmarks on these games, and that way you can get a feel for yourself of the power that this graphics card comes out with. Now, if you're running on a 1440p, a 2K, or 4K gaming setup, this card just destroys everything you could throw at it either way. If you're anything less than that, 720p or 1080p, I wouldn't even blink at this card. If you want to get a high-end graphics card for 1080p gaming and below, go with the GTX 1080 graphics card. That's what that graphics card was actually designed for, with 1080p gaming. The benchmarks on those for 1080p or just destroy everything, and it just wouldn't be worth it to get a Titan X. You wouldn't get the full potential of the card. And I run 2 display monitors, 2 1440p monitors. So one monitor I'm gaming, the next monitor I'm editing videos. So my graphics card can handle all that weight, and I record all my videos, all my gameplay videos, and all my videos like this through my graphics card. So I need that power. But yeah, basically this is going to be a quick video of each of these. Probably going to be 20, 25, maybe a 30-minute video of each of these games running. The Titan X Pascal video settings maxed out. I'm going to go through all the video settings before I start the game, and that way you can see everything that I have as possibly as high as I can get it, minus a few tweaks here and there. But these video settings work great for me, and I'm anxious to see Witcher 3 because I have not ran Witcher 3 on this new graphics card, and I really want to see that, and I'll probably get back into playing this game. But if you guys like the video, you find it helpful, please remember, like, comment, and subscribe. And we're going to jump right into it. So first game is going to be Far Cry Primal, and once it loads up, I'll be back with you guys. Welcome back, everybody. So this is going to be our first game that we do our testing on, just to show you guys the superiority of this card. So we got Far Cry Primal open here, and I tried to record this before, and I did it with my FPS counter for NVIDIA, and for some reason my NVIDIA FPS counter showed in the game, but when I hit the record button and went back to edit my video, it didn't show up. So basically I had to wipe and start over. So I'm using fraps. I'll probably use fraps from now on, just because I know it's going to show up. So before I show you the little gameplay we got going here, I'm going to get into options and go into video so I can show you guys. And I'm just going to click down and let you guys see what I got set up. Far Cry Primal doesn't have that very many. It's not. There's very basic settings on what you can change as far as graphics. It's not like Lara Croft or GTA 5 or Witcher. It's just very simple and simplistic. You got your refresh rate, your aspect ratio, and display resolution. Of course, 1440p, native 16 by 9, 144 hertz. Graphics quality is custom. Go into quality settings. Everything is maxed out as far as I can go. And this is just very basic. Like I said, there's not that many check marks that you can apply your settings to. And advanced settings is VSync mode's normal. Everything's high, ultra very high, and anti-aliasing is SMAA. And then motion blur, I always turn motion blur off. I can't stand it. So now we'll just play a few minutes of gameplay just to show you guys what it looks like. And you can see my FPS counter up top. Don't mess with me with this bow. pretty good with this bow. So as you can see, I'm getting 100 FPS or so, which is very good for the settings that I have it on. This is designed for 1440p, like I said before, 1440p or 4K. This is the 4K 60 hertz, 4K 60 FPS card, so they claim. So we'll see. So he's trying to charge me, putting them headshots on him. Right in the forehead, right between the eyes. So yeah, I don't think I'll drop anything below 80. I'm holding steady at 96, 97. I'm curious to see Doom. So I want to show you guys Doom once again, how it holds at 144 FPS and not drop any frames. I don't think I drop below 130. So yeah, maxed out, but I don't think this game is too graphically intense. I'm not sure, just based off of the settings that you can change in the main menu. It doesn't look like it's too taxing on GPUs or CPUs. Not like, you know, you got Hairworks for GeForce. I mean, for Witcher 3, you got the NVIDIA Hairworks, and I thought also Tomb Raider has Hairworks too. And so we'll be testing that here in a second. The next game we're going to load up is going to be GTA 5, which is probably, next to Lara Croft, is going to be the most graphically intense game that I own, and that might even be the most graphically intense game on the market right now. So we'll load up GTA 5, and I'll be right back with you guys. Welcome back, guys. Here we are in our second game that we're going to test, GTA 5. So I just went into story mode and just happened to be Franklin, so this will work out good. He's real close to the city, so I'm going to show you my settings. Right now we're at 69, 70 FPS, which would definitely change when we start moving in his vehicle. It's going to change a lot, actually. So I got settings really high on this. I'm using 4, and my video memory, as you can see, the game is using 47 megabytes, basically. I'm sorry, 4 gigabytes, almost 5 gigabytes. And my graphics card, whether you know the Titan X Pascal, it's a 12 gigabyte GDDR5. So 12,000 megabytes is what we got to work with, and it's nowhere near close. But I think the reason why I'm running so low on frames is probably going to be my CPU. I have a 4770K, and I think I remember reading somewhere, I don't know if they updated anything, but GTA was a heavy CPU usage game too, as well as your GPU. So I'm pretty sure that's got a lot to play with it. I'm probably not going to see the full potential of my graphics card until I move up to 4K, which I will be doing when it's a little bit more known, and also when I upgrade my CPU to something a little faster, maybe even a 6-core processed GPU. But I'm gonna wait till the next generation comes out before I do that. There's no point in upgrading a 4770K overclocked at 4.2 gigahertz right now. That's still good. I know people that are running i5 processors overclocked to like 3.7 that are running GTA 5 with a 980 Ti at like 50, 60 FPS. So I mean, that's what I came from. I came from a 980 Ti, and I was getting 40 to 50 FPS on this game with maxed out settings just like this. So anything above that to me is a win-win situation in my scenario. So obviously we'll go through these again. Full screen resolutions of 1440p, refresh rates 144. FXAA is on, MSAA is ×8. Don't ask me what either one of these are. If you know or can explain this to me, please leave your comments down below, because I'm definitely curious as to how this affects anything as far as gameplay footage, better graphics, and your FPS fluctuation. I turn VSync off in this game because it's I let my GPU and my monitor just take it over separately, so I don't see no screen tearing or anything like that, so I'm fine with that. Population density and variety is maxed out, as well as distance scaling. Texture quality, shader, shadow reflection, reflection, MSAA, water quality, particles, grass, soft shadows. All that is very high, high as I can get it. Post FX is ultra. Motion blur I don't have on. In-game depth field of effects is on. And anisotropic, I guess that's how you say that. I'm not sure. I usually put that on ×8. I find that's a happy medium on my system. ×16, I'll probably lose about 10 FPS. But between 16 and 8, I can't tell a difference in the quality of the gameplay, but I can't tell what the FPS when it drops off. So MSAA, I might not even need to run that. We could just turn that off for now and just see how our spiked FPS spikes. In advanced graphics, so long shadows, high resolution shadows, high detail streaming while flying, I'll leave all that on. Frame scaling I turn off. And let's see what we spike up at. So 110 just right off the bat, just by doing that. And I really can't tell a difference in graphics settings. We'll get into the city, and I may turn it on just to see if I can tell a difference.
The American healthcare industry is in shambles, but you desperately need surgery to fix your broken.
So we'll turn that off while I'm doing a little commentation here. So we'll get down to the city. 66 FPS while I'm trying to put a load on my card here. And so far, everything I throw at this graphics card is just wrecking everything I throw at it. So I'm definitely not complaining. We'll get into the city, try to get some more population, and see if that changes anything in our FPS. I pride myself on driving in this game. I feel like I'm pretty good at it. So I try not to use this little, as I crash into a tree, I try not to use this little focus thing, but I like keeping it realistic. So we're in city here, somewhat part of the, well, I guess just the north side of the city. And we'll so 87, 86 is what we're getting right now. 77 surrender. So we'll stop here. Let's go cut that back on and see what happens. Graphics. So we'll just, so that's going to cost 44,000 or 400 megs or 400 gigs. So just by going from ×4 to ×8 gives it that much. 700 megabytes is crazy how much that does. So we'll leave that right there, and we'll apply those changes. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So we'll do ×4 on. We'll leave the new settings up. So I can't really tell a difference in graphic quality, maybe around the edges of Franklin's car. That's what I was looking at before. And I do see it's a lot smoother. And we only lost like 2 FPS, so we're running at 80 FPS right now. It's pretty close. So yeah, this is definitely impressive and very smooth gameplay. Alright, so what we'll do now is I'll get out of GTA 5. The next game we're going to load into is Lara Croft Tomb Raider. And once I'm loaded up in the main menu, I'll be back with you guys. Welcome back, guys, to the third game that we are testing. And this is going to be Tomb Raider. And I'm not going to spend too much time in here because for some reason Rise of the Tomb Raider does not allow third-party apps to be implemented as far as an overlay in this game. So the only thing that I'm showing right now is my NVIDIA Shadowplay FPS, and when I record, my Shadowplay FPS does not show up for some reason. And I've also enabled the Steam FPS, but it's not showing up as well. So what I'm going to do is going to show you my settings, because next to GTA 5, this is probably my most graphically intense game. And so we're not going to spend too much time here. I'm just going to make a video going through all my settings, run around real quick. I'll tell you what my FPS is, and then we'll move on to the next game, which is going to be Doom, and that's one that's going to run hopefully at 144 FPS and not spike down or anything. And I want to test it on this GPU because it's going to be a very fast-paced game. So anyway, here's my settings. What you see, monitor is the graphics card, resolution's 1440p, refresh rates 144, FXAA, VSync I put off, turn the 3D off. These are just the basic display settings right here. We'll get to the actual graphics. Ambient occlusion, maxed out. Everything's very high. Tessellation's on, screen reflections are on. Bloom is on. Don't like the vignette blur, don't like the motion blur. Pure hair is very high. I like lens flare, screen effects, no film grain to make it, give it a more like a grunge feel to it. Gameplay, that's really just nothing to do with graphics or anything like this. So I'm sorry about the lack of the FPS counter in this specific game. It kind of sucks. But I can tell you right now that I'm getting 95, 97, 80 FPS or so. So I'm getting anywhere from 80 up to 95. I don't think I've ever been in here. This is crazy. Oh, shoot! Run! Oh, sweet Jesus, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got to get up high. We got to get up high. I did not expect this to happen in this while I'm playing this game. Climb, climb. Oh, don't fall. Wow, this is unexpected, guys. Unexpected. God dang, dude, how many shots do you take? Dang, that was like the Revenant. That was freaking crazy. Wow. That was quite interesting. Yeah, we're not gonna stay in here now. We're gonna get out of this, and this will be Doom next. I'll let her skin the bear, and then yeah. All right, she's done. So we're gonna load up Doom now, and I'll see you guys in the main menu. Welcome back, everybody, to the fourth test game, and this is gonna be Doom on maxed out 1440p settings. And before we get into the gameplay, quick gameplay, we'll go into my settings real quick and just let you take a look at them. We'll run through it real fast. This kind of like Far Cry doesn't have too many graphical settings that you can put in. Just your basics, anti-aliasing, motion blur, field of view, all that stuff. If you get into your advanced, you do your lights and shadow. I've got shadow quality, nightmare, and directional occlusion virtual texting page size is nightmare, and then pretty much everything else is maxed out across the board. And I'm pretty sure this is going to stay maxed out at 144 FPS. So we'll definitely test that now. It's going to be a fast-paced game, so the GPU is going to be running a lot of different things. And so the test is to see if it can keep up. So let's see if it can keep up. I don't anticipate a spike below 135, probably 130. If it goes anything lower than that, I'll be surprised. And it actually does go below that. Okay, so I'm definitely spiking really low. Wow, it's been a minute since I played this. Shotgun was probably not the best choice of that. So we'll try it again. try it again. We'll go in with a better weapon this time. Like my plasma rifle. I forget how to throw grenades. That's my chainsaw. F might be grenades. F is not grenades. Middle mouse button. Mouse button for those grenades. Okay. Trying to figure out how to melee again. I don't know how to. I forgot how to melee. Right there. There we go. Got a melee out of that. Doing this on mouse and keyboard. So it's definitely different to me. Big guy, big guy. That was the wrong one. So it definitely holds it pretty good. I was kind of shocked the spike in it, but honestly I could not tell. The game is so fast paced I couldn't tell the difference in the drop. So definitely not an issue to me. I don't think it's an issue. It's just the GPU's trying to render so much. It's so fast paced. It's trying to render so much in such a little time that it I mean it can't help it. I mean, it's got to be able to try to keep up. I can't help it. Just pissed them off, I think. That shield. Oh, well, anyway. That's a good stopping point for that. So we'll load up our last and final game. That's going to be Witcher 3. And when I get into the menu, I'll be back with you guys. Well, here we are, guys. The 5th and final test game. And it's going to be Witcher 3. And this is arguably, in my personal opinion, the best looking game out there as far as environment and textures and color variations and the color spectrum. I just think this is the most beautiful environment in a game today. So as you can see, my counter right now is showing 100 FPS, and this is the first time I'm actually loaded in this game in a while, so I'm anxious to see what it's gonna do. So before we even do anything, like the other games before, we'll go into my video settings. We'll check post-processing first. Obviously motion blur and blur is off. Put my anti-aliasing on, my bloom is on. I've got sharpening as high as I can take it. Ambient occlusion as high as it'll go. Vignetting is off, light shafts is on, and then chromatic aberration and depth of field is on. Going into where all the magic happens right here. I turn VSync off, turn my max FPS on unlimited because you only get two other options besides that. It's 30 and 60, so we'll go unlimited. Display 1 resolution's 1440p. Display mode's in full screen. I don't know what this preserve system gamma is, but I got to restart the game in order to get it to work. So we'll just leave it at that. Of course, I put the NVIDIA Hairworks on. Everything's on high. Number of background characters is high, shadow quality is high, everything else ultra, everything else is ultra straight on the board. And hardware cursor's on. So it's the first time I'm running this up. My gamma is good. I usually set it around the middle somewhere. It's perfect for me. So we'll jump into this now. See if we're getting We'll do a little swim. It's been a while since I played this. I forgot the controls. I usually play this game on my Xbox One Elite controller. Just to, I feel this game feels better. It plays better with the controller than it does with the mouse and keyboard. So we may try to get into a little fight or something. Maybe we could try it. So what do we got here? Abandoned.
In your guts, Eddie.
Let's dance, dude.
Don't let him catch his breath. Instead of grabbing your...
Oh. Oh. Oh, snap. Just killed your boy.
Giving me no choice.
Let's go. Hit me with it. I mean, this is really not fair because I'm level 25, so... Throw my key shield up, give him a little of that. Cut him in half. So, I mean, it's really not that fair. I'm in a low part of the map. But, you can check my FPS when I was in that fight. I mean, this is really good, really good GPU. And it's a crystal clear picture. I don't have any kind of lag, any kind of anything. I think I've got all my settings set up where my GPU is taking most of the load instead of my CPU. Some games you just can't help it. I mean, it is what it is. If it's going to take a load from the GPU, it is. But if it's going to take the load from the CPU, it will. Excuse me. But I'm pretty happy overall with all of my settings and how have them all in every game. Honestly, I can't tell the difference between 100, 120 FPS and 144 FPS. Now I can tell a difference between 40, 50 FPS to 90 FPS. There's definitely a difference. I can tell that. So all in all, I mean 10 out of 10. It's fantastic. But if you guys found this video helpful, please leave me a like. If you also have any feedback you want to give, any questions, I'm happy to answer. Just leave me some comments down below. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more gameplay videos. And I'm Psycho Sandman Gaming. I'll see you in the next one.